I'm David Hall. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my favourite diagram, the cycle of fifths. Now, we learnt about the cycle of fifths in a previous video. Today we're going to extend this diagram so that it includes all the minor keys. It will tell you all the information you need to know about minor scales, minor chords, minor keys, and the relationship between major and minor keys. Now, every major scale has a relative minor scale that starts a couple of notes lower. For example, F major, if we count down from the top F, down one step, down another step, we call that going down a third, even though we've only taken 2 steps. Down one step is a second, down 2 steps is a third. So we're taking the third note from the top. That note is D. Here's D minor scale. It's closely related to F major scale. You'll see there's a B flat in F major scale and there's a B flat in D minor scale. Take a look at the chords of F major and D minor. You can see they're very closely related. They share some common notes. Let's take a trickier key, B major, which has 5 sharps. So starting from the top, we're going to go down to the second note from the top and the third note from the top. So we've gone down a third, G sharp. Here's the scale of G sharp minor. It has 5 sharps. I'm going to do all the work for you. So here's the cycle of fifths, and here are the relative minors. So C major is related to A minor. C, B, A. I've gone down a third. Moving to G. G, F sharp, E, counting down the scale. G is related to E minor. D major is related to B minor. A major is related to F sharp minor. Why F sharp? Because the scale of A major, A, G sharp, F sharp, has an F sharp in it. E is related to C sharp, B is related to G sharp. G flat or F sharp is related to E flat or D sharp. Carrying on, we've got B flat minor, F minor, C minor, G minor, D minor, and our cycle is complete. So we read this in just the same way we would read it for major scales. D major scale has 2 sharps, B minor scale has 2 sharps. Now, the order of sharps and flats still applies. The most common sharp is F, so the sharps go Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket, the flats go blanket exploded and Dad got cold feet. So I'll do a couple of examples for you. I want to write out the scale of E minor, or play the scale of E minor. So I look for E on this inner ring of the cycle of fifths. There's E, it has 1 sharp, and that sharp is F. Notice that I've done these minors in lowercase letters so that I don't get in a muddle. I'm going to look for F minor now. There's F minor. F minor has 4 flats, and counting off the order of flats, those flats must be B, E, A, and D. Blanket exploded and Dad. So this extended version of the diagram is really useful for working out minor scales, minor chords, and key relationships. If you're actually sat in a theory exam, once you've drawn your cycle of fifths, you can just work out the particular minor that you want. You don't necessarily have to draw the complete inner ring, but it's a really useful reference if you do.
At the piano. Improvise some patterns and textures using major chords and their relative minor chords.
So in chapter 13 of this book, there's more to playing the piano. We've added minor keys to our cycle of fifths diagram. We've now got all 12 major keys on the outside and all 12 minor keys on the inside. Now, I focused on scales in the video just now, but I'm going to focus more on chords now. So if I take a chord of C and a chord of A minor, those 2 chords will go well together, and And if I do a little improvisation task just using those chords, it should sound quite nice. If you choose a different pair of chords, your fingers will probably wander onto different textures and different shapes and ideas. Let's take this one, E flat major chord and C minor. So this is E flat, this is C minor. So I'll start with E flat. A different pair, let's take a B major and G sharp minor. B major, G sharp minor. So there's all sorts of possibilities, just oscillating two chords. Now what you probably noticed with my playing was that the thing that made it convincing was that I had a kind of feel in mind, a time signature, a style, a rhythmic feeling, and I stuck with it. And if you do that in your improvising, even just two chords can sound really effective and convincing.